leave me off work this early? There is still a lot left to do.
โอเคสวัสดีทุกคนนะครับผมวันนี้จะไปเรียกเวทที่ยังค้างคากันอยู่แล้วก็เดี๋ยวจะไปเปิดแมปใหม่นะเล่นเพลินๆไหมใครอยากให้ว้าไปแบกไปช่วยบอกได้นะครับผม
I have gathered everyone here today to make. Perhaps some of you will have heard the news already.
Rebuild the Jade Chamber? So the rumors are true. The Jade Chamber. Lady Ningguang.
Just patience. Nevertheless, the building site has been chosen, and they are as follows: Sunset Vermilionite, Wonder Cores, and Adepti Sigils.
Excuse my ignorance, Lady Ningguang.
Only sufficiently large pieces of prostrate, or Adepti Sigils. Although these three, I take the same. Time is money. You may ask me anything.
These things won't be then. It's the deal of a lifetime. What a coincidence. I won't divulge too much, but I... No.
Ningguang's rebuilding the Jade Chamber? This...
So you heard my announcement, did you? What do you think? Interest? Yes. Providing. Of course, the construction of the Jade Chamber requires. I have other business to remember. This.
ตอนนี้เรากำลังมีโปรเจกต์ใหม่นะคงอยากจะทำเดทแชมเบอร์ขึ้นใหม่
First
หลั
we
งจาก
gotta
ที่
get
ทำลาย
at
ไปใน
Eugene
เรื่อง
Terrace.
สตอรี่เมื่อตอนนี้
Ma'am,
Quick map.
you seem like an eminent and distinguished... As it happens, we have some information about the material...
No, I don't need it.
ชื่อยังไม่ขึ้น
Don't be like
ยัง
that.
เป็นบุคคลปริศนา
Why
อ
don't
ยู่
you
นะฮะแต่
stand
เรารู้กันอยู่แล้วว่า
over?
คือ
Right,
เฉย
yeah.
ๆเนี่ยสวัสดีครับผม วันนี้ไม่มีเรียนเหรอ
Did you hear that? They said they had some useful
ชื่อใหม่เท่
information.
แท้ Win the
Information's
MC
just what we need right now. Let's follow.
แปลว่าอะไรชื่อนี้เฮ้ย เมื่อกี้การหวีตกลงมาจากเหวตายเรียบร้อยแล้ว เจอซีนคัดเข้าไปนึกว่าจะรอดนะเมื่อกี้ตกลงมาเดี๋ยวนะ ลืมเลยจะทำอะไรเนี่ยลืมเดี๋ยววางทางแล้วก็ฟาร์มของไปก่อนเผื่อต้องใช้
Not here. Let's keep looking.
โอ้โหเรียนอยู่แต่แบ่งจอขึ้นด้วยไม่ธรรมดา แน่นอนจริง
Well, don't worry.
อ๋อ
We're
นึก
not
ออก
bad
แล้ว
guys.
เมื่อกี้
Boss,
จะ
I
เพิ่ม
got a
เสีย
bad
ง
feeling about this.
So what?
I've already told you.
รู้สึกว่าเสียง
If you
เสียงบทพูด
Come
NPC
on, it's
ในเกม
not
มันไม่
about...
ค่อย
I
บาลานซ์
won't-
กับเสียงเพลง
No more excuses!
Yeah, I saw
Term
you.
xiềng.
And she knew it.
NPC
How could you
hơn.
afford to be so weak?
Master warned me not to lay a hand on anyone
ชื่อ
in
เขียน
Niue
มั่ว
Harbor.
ๆด้วยโห
But here
ไม่
we
ธรรม
are.
ดา
Boss, I'm telling...
What are you afraid of? We're just selling information. It's not illegal.
If she lays a finger on us, all the better. We'll sue her for everything she's worth.
Oh, you again.
What are the Millilith doing here? Did you do
Silence!
แล้วเหมือนเราจะเป็นตัวขวนเขาตอนนี้ แน่นอนจริงๆเป็นอะไรหรือเปล่า
Shenhe.
เช่นเธอนี่มีการบอกชื่อตัวเองด้วย แน่นอนจริง
Your name's Shenhe.
ๆอยู่ดีๆก็
I've heard about you
บอก
two
ชื่อมา
before.
ซะอย่างนั้น
I could have dealt with it myself, though.
ได้ยินเรื่องชื่อเสียงของเรามา สักระยะหนึ่งแล้ว ทุกคนในเมืองในเกมนี้รู้จักตัวเราดีเหมือนใคร
No.
เราคือทาวเวลเลอร์
That would be.
She's so honest.
สุภาพมากเลยครับ
They said you would. Then of course you're still hungry. So
ไพมอนนี่ก็จะชวนกิน
Chingson,
ข้าวอย่างเดียว
Glaze Lily, Violet.
kinda hard to explain. Anyway, Boo Boo Pharmacy's not far away. After all, you can't.
ขอเพิ่มเสียงก่อน
Paimon coming in. Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon? Paimon coming in. Paimon coming in. Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon?
ลองประมาณนี้ก่อนเลย
Do you think Shenhe might be an adeptus?
ค่อยฟังแล้วดูเด่นนี่ไหมหน่อย
Seems like it's her
เมื่อกี้
first
เสียง
time in-
พูดแบบจมมาก
Are you here to buy some herbs? I do hope you brought your prescription.
Chingson, Glaze Lily, and Violet Grass, please. Half a pound of each.
อ๋อเหรอ
What kind of
เดี๋ยว
prescription is
เข้าดัน
this?
เนี่ยเราจะได้ใจเย็น
Sounds more like a lunch order.
ไม่ธรรมดา
Oh, here you go. That's everything we have in stock.
Thank you.
She's really eating them.
ประหลาดใจมาก
My hunger has now abated. Though they were not completely devoid of sweet fragrance, after consuming.
So, how come you chow down on these and barely touch the restaurant? If Paimon had enough Mora, Paimon would go to the fanciest restaurant in town and
Because I'm not sure whether I will remain. The food of the mortal realm is most delicious. But should I return to the mountains, sampling each dish in order to appreciate its taste is enough.
return to the.
Enough about me. What are your plans from here?
Oh, right! Paimon almost forgot! We came out to take part in the and.
ลืมวัตถุประสงค์
I
ที่แท้
see.
จริงตอนแรกไปเรียบร้อยแล้ว
Yep! Were you
เมื่อกี้จำ
interested
ได้
in
ว่า
the
เราจะไป
content?
ซ่อม
I
เกต
came
แช
for.
มเบอร์
However, you have shown me your kindness, and I would now like to lend you.
Wow! But having an adeptus help out will make things
Then let's not delay. I have.
great!
I am not sure whether we simply need to dispose.
Vito! That is not acceptable!
Really? But I hear that competition.
Look, we will sunset for
I was wondering who I could hear arguing over there. So, it's
Baishu? What are you doing?
Lady Ningguang wishes to purchase a lot.
Huh? How come Lady Ningguang needs so much wound dressing all of a sudden?
I'm not too sure. I did hear she's looking to. Oh, and she also.
No, we've.
Ah, the variety of plostrite. As far as the.
Okay then, let's go ask at the Feiyun. Thanks, Baishu.
You're quite.
กดไป77 ครั้ง ดีแล้วครับที่ยังไม่ได้ จะบอกให้ ถ้าจะกดจริงๆ ไปกดการยูดีกว่าเพราะว่าทีมของน้องนิกดูจะขาดDPS มากกว่านะ กดซัพพอร์ตมาเดี๋ยวจะเกิดความเว้งว้างอันไกลโพ้นได้
Master Xingqiu, thank goodness.
Oh, why do I detect an?
The guild has had a whole. Your father gave me
ไม่
specific.
ต้องกด
I see.
เดียว
Oh, how wonderful!
Hey, Xingqiu! Glad you're here. We want to ask you for some
แค่
information.
Traveler, Paimon, shoot.
13 โล
I need to
ก็น่าจะ
entertain-
ออก
Understood, Master Xing.
I wasn't counting on finding you.
Xingqiu, have you ever.
Oh, I see. So you've entered Lady Ningguang's contest as well.
As well?
The truth
หอก
is,
เดียวแล้ว
the Feiyun, we are holding it on behalf. At the end of the day,
ใช่
500
ถ้าเตียวมา
million!
นี่คือ
honestly, I would recommend.
เป็นเก
Don't
ม
panic.
Who?
Oh, Sea Gazer was once. Yes, precisely. According to records of after Sea Gazer. Luckily,
That's great! Wouldn't it be a.
You need open-minded. Just a rumor I heard out in the
ก็จริง
mountains.
เซียวเล่นในมือถือง่ายกว่า
All right then, let's
ที่
get.
จะแบบเล่น
There's
ธ
oh,
นูนะ
I almost forgot. Adept.
Okay, we
การยูมาใช้เป็นฮิลเลอร์เหรอ ใช่เหรอฮิลไม่ได้นะ ไม่มีใจเย็นไม่มีสกิลฮิล
we're way
เนี่ย
behind schedule. No touching.
จะได้ข้อมูลสกิลมันไม่มีสกิลฮิลตัวดาเมจของแท้เลยเนี่ย ไม่ใช่ชีนะ เมื่อกี้ก็บินลงมาแบบนี้แหละแล้วเจอซีนคัดเข้าไปรู้ตัวอีกทีหนึ่งหมดหลอดตกเหว
Let's
ตาย
see. Shincho said it should be around here, but Paimon doesn't see anything.
ก็นี่คือมิติที่ถูกสร้างขึ้นนะหรือ
This place was hidden using a special Adepti art. But now that I have removed it, we can inspect the area more closely.
Wow, that's
การทำลายเขต
amazing.
อาคม
Yep, let's take another look around. Hey,
เพื่อพราง
look.
ตัวอะไรทำน
Is
อง
that
นั้
a
น
new celium?
คนวิวเป็นฮิลเลอร์ยิงเรือแล้วเขาใช้สกิลอะไรถึงเป็นฮิลเลอร์ได้เพราะว่าตัวการไม่มีนะซีรีส์จะพาเราไปไหน
The Sealy got to here and then
เข้า
just
ไปในนี่แหละไปนะหินน้ำแข็ง โอเค
What's happening?
ไป
What? Weren't we at a waterfall just
นี่
now?
มันคืออีก
Oh,
ด้านหนึ่งของ
so
น้ำต
many
ก
clouds.
มันจะสวยงามเหลือ
I
เกิน
believe this is the. With any luck, the sunset from.
Really?
เขาทำได้จริงๆรอบนี้
Look, it's gone and snuck beneath the cloud. And now that Paimon takes a closer look,
These are not real clouds.
มันไม่ใช่
They
ควัน
are the
จริง
product of an Adepti art used for spatial partitioning.
ของที่ใช้
If we want to go down, we must first destroy the mechanism that is maintaining the Adepti art.
all right, then let's do it.
I sense the presence of monsters in this place. I don't know where they are hiding, so we'd better be.
จัดการมอนเตอร์ด้วยแต่ไม่รู้ว่าตอนนี้อ่ะเล่นผ่านอีกแล้วเอาไปไม่มีแน่นอนแต่ไม่แน่
Obey!
ตกนะครับแบบนี้ เดี๋ยวเอ้าเดินได้ เฮ้ย เดินได้เฉยนึกว่าจะตกเหวเนี่ย
Unleash!
เฮ้ยติดหิน
Obey!
I will have order.
หมดแล้วเหรอตรงนี้ถ้าเราเดินตรงอยู่เลย อย่า
The wind knows me.
เราสามารถทำแบบนี้ได้ถ้าเรามีเมฆได้ใช่ไหมนี่เติมมันเราบินข้ามไปเลยก็ยังได้ นี่เป็นความเปลี่ยนของทัศนะไหนโชว์เคสหน่อยโชว์เคส
Manifest!
แล้วก็เฮ้ยมีตัวจะสองตายหมดแล้วยังลองได้ไม่เต็มที่เลยอยากเจอมอนที่โหดกว่านี้จะได้ลอง
It appears that we've been taken for intruders.
มอน
This time, why not allow me to take care of this?
โอเคเลยปกติก็
I'm a little low on energy.
ตอนนี้ยันหายโอเคยันหายแล้วยันหาย
The core of the mechanism is exposed. Now's our chance.
เอาโดนเลยตายอุ้ย
Gather. This is order.
ตายเฉยสีทำได้เยอะกว่าก็บินได้ใช่ไหมแต่เดี๋ยวไม่เหมือนกันนะเซียวคือกระโดดสูงแล้วบินลงมาแต่ปาติฮาคือลอยอยู่ก็บินซ้อนไม่ได้
Is everyone okay? The Julian disappeared beneath the clouds again!
It looks like we need to go further down. But before that, let's destroy the guard mechanisms on this level first. I'm a little low on energy.
Healthy buck.
Solidify.
Access denied.
วิ่งกระแทกขึ้นมาแบบไม่รู้ตัว ไม่ทันตั้งตัว
Way behind schedule.
Stabilize.
Born of ice and frost.
Obey! Do your master's bidding!
อย่างนี้ก็มีมอนเกิดมาแล้วอุ้ยแน่นอนว่าคู่ต่อสู้ต่อไปเราจะต้องเป็นรูนการ์ดแน่ ไม่งั้นเขาไม่เอามาวางไว้แบบนี้ โอเค
We're gonna fall. This time, we're really gonna fall.
ลงไปอย่างลึก
So high.
ตายไปเนี่ยเกือบ
Luckily, there was a pool of water at the bottom. Otherwise, that could have ended very differently.
โชคดีจังเลยที่มีน้ำตรงนี้
Hey, that sealie's on the move again. Let's catch up with it.
ในซีรีส์ยังไม่เห็นเลยไฮมอนบอกว่าซีรีส์แอบตัวไปแล้วแต่มอง
Solidify.
ยังไม่เห็นซีรีส์เลยลาวาเลเซอร์แรง
Something looks different about this stone wall. Let's take a closer look.
ดันได้เดียวไปดันมันนิดเหมือนเล่นเกมพัซเซิลสมัยก่อนเราต้อง ดั
Stabilize.
นจุดบล็อกเพื่อที่จะไปต่อไปไม่ได้แล้วดิเดี๋ยวตันเฉยตันเพราะว่ามีเสานี้อยู่หรือเปล่าเดี๋ยวแป๊บนึงเอาที่ล้อมันหรือว่านี่ไงที่ผิดอันนี้แค่ไม่ไปเก็บของก่อน นใหม่แล้วสร้างตัวใหม่มันเทสด้วยครับ
Order guide you. Stabilize.
Into the wind. Clouds high. Birds call.
This is order.
ไม่ลดเลยสุดยอด
Unleash. By ordinance divine. The wind knows
ต้องไปโดนคนโดนถึงว่าถ้าได้บัฟดาเมจเพิ่มด้วยก็เดี๋ยวใส่เข้าไป
Solidify.
ถ้าเกิดว่าอะไรยิ่งบัฟนะครับจะอยู่ที่12,000 ตัวเลขนี้เป็นโอ้ไม่พอถ้าเกิดว่าเรามีบัฟตีลงขาดไป
Order guide you.
Obey.
ตัวเลขเป็นตัวเลขเรา
Stabilize.
มี
Manifest.
ก็จะเป็นตัวเดิม21 ใช้ไม่ได้กับตัวนี้ดาเมจไม่ได้เพิ่มขึ้นเท่าไหร่เดี๋ยวนะขอส่องสกิลแป๊บอ๋อมีกดแช่ด้วยเหรอ
It's so nice.
My will embodied.
เฮ้ยไม่ใช่ด้านนี้ผิดทาง
Look over there. Could that be the sunset vermilionite?
ไม่ชัดเลยว่าต้องเดินขึ้นข้างบน30 วิเองจะได้เล่นกล้องแบบว่า30 วิตลอดไปนั่งชิลได้ด้วยสบายจัดแบบบอกเลยว่าไม่ธรรมดา
Is this it?
เขียว
Is this the sunset vermilionite?
Sunset Vermilion Night
It's so
เดี๋ยวเริ่ม
huge.
เพิ่ม
That's true. But then,
Prostrate doesn't float until it's activated. Only after being activated.
wow,
Only because my map. I don't care for her stories most of.
hold on a sec. If we activate it here, there's no way we'll be able to. But if we don't,
Don't worry. I can handle.
are you sure?
Please don't worry. I'm well aware that my safety.
That's right. I'm unsure you can handle. You gotta be extra.
Is it? I'll go on ahead with the prostrate.
How is Shenhe able to carry that huge rock all by herself? Huh. A
เดี๋ยวที่เหลือ
Adepti
ฉัน
super
เธอได้
strength
จัดการ
much?
เองนี่เขายกไปแล้ว
We can't
ยก
slow
ไปยัง
down
ไงก็
yet.
ไม่รู้
Let's go meet her at the building site.
บางทีอาจจะเป็นเดอะฮักปลอมตัวมาอะไรอย่างงี้หินก้อนใหญ่ขนาดนั้นยกออกไปได้ยังไง ไม่ธรรมดาจริงๆเลยนะครับ โอเคแล้วเราก็เลยได้ลองเทสแค่แป๊บเดียวเองยังไม่ทันได้รู้เรื่องเอาตัวนี้
Oh my god, I can't believe my eyes.
How can she lift that massive rock all by herself? She's gotta be one of those adepti, surely.
Oh, mighty Adeptus, please give me your blessing. So
มหัศจรรย์
This is top tier in size and quality, and the condition it's in is quite simply immaculate. I'm going to award you full marks for the Sunset Vermilionite item. May I take your name?
My name isn't important. I'm not even here to
ชื่อ
compete.
ฉันไม่ได้สำคัญเท่าไหร่หรอก
I was just delivering this for some other
ปิด
people.
ทองหลัง
They
พระ
should be here any
ตรง
minute
นี้มี
now.
เขียนชื่อไว้แล้วนะ
Shenhe and Ningguang's little helper.
ไหนตีชายให้ดูหน่อย
Ah,
ได้
so
ได้
but I have to correct you on.
เดี๋ยวเดินกลับไปตีให้ดู
In truth, if everything goes according to as a side
เอา
note.
เวอร์ชันไหน
Now,
ดี
please excuse me.
เวอร์ชันกันยูหรือว่าเวอร์ชันหูเต๋าดี
Just
Oh,
what kind of reaction whenever
I've had similar
หรือ
compliments
จะเอา
before.
เครือฉิงเข้าไปตีดี
They call me an adeptus, treat me with great deference, and
yeah, could
but I am not.
Shenhe?
I'm fine.
เชนเหีย
I've been exerting
จริงๆแล้ว
myself.
เมื่อยหลังกี่ยกหินก้อน
well,
ใหญ่มาก
But
มา
No
ถึง
need.
นี่
you can't do that when
ต้อ
you're
งการจะ
hungry.
พักผ่อน
You
จะ
go
แย่อยู่
eat
แล้ว
some.
Okay.
เนี่ย
Great.
ได้หมด
Now
ได้หม
we're
ด
talking.
ได้ไปเดี๋ยวจะเดินตามเนื้อเรื่องไปแล้วเอาครับ เดี๋ยวจะลองเล่นให้ดูนะครับสำหรับแพลนแรกคือ เซตนี้ แต่ว่าเป็นเน็ตนะครับ
Gonna be epic.
ส่วนตรงนี้ อันนี้น้ำแข็ง2เพื่อที่จะได้คริติคอลเพิ่มอีก ใช่ไหมเดี๋ยวนะนี่ คีย์เพิ่มอีก 15% แล้วก็เบนเน็ตจะได้บัฟจากอันติเพิ่มอีก
This opportunity is quite hard to come by. Well then, amuse me. Surrender is a valid option. I promise I'll be gentle.
โอ้ย
How unbecoming. Guess I should take you more seriously.
Everybody stand back.
Come on, focus.
Stabilize! Solidified!
Something else catch your eye?
emergency countermeasures are mine.
Sacred name, fortune preserver, go.
We're way behind schedule.
เป็นเอที่เฟส2นะแอนิเมชั่นเขามาเป็น
Strength is trustworthy. I'm so sure it's all mine.
ในเรื่องแบบนี้ไม่ได้ดูมานานแล้วแต่ตอนจบเนื้อเรื่องครั้งแรก
Gather!
Rise.
Stabilize!
We go. Yeah.
จะวิ่งเปล่า
Access denied.
แต่ว่า
Stabilize!
Going in. Born of ice and frost.
เป็นแบบนี้ถ้าเกิดว่าลงอันติแล้วก็แปะธาตุด้วยแล้วก็ค่อยยิงจะได้ถึง 60,000 เลยแต่ถ้าแปะธาตุเดียวเวลายิงได้ประมาณ 30,000 กว่าอันนี้เป็นเพราะว่าตรงนี้นี่เพิ่มดาเมจขึ้นอีกเท่าหนึ่งเลยก็คือดาเมจคูณ 2 คูณ 2 อะไรประมาณนี้ก็เลยจะแรงแบบแรงเวอร์วังมากเลยนะครับอะไรเนี่ยมาใหม่แล้วครับไม่แอนิเมชันไม่ได้มาใหม่ครับมันมีอยู่แล้วครับแต่ว่าส่วนใหญ่จะกดสคิปกันก็เลยไม่เห็นครับ มีมาตั้งแต่ตอนเนื้อเรื่องครั้งแรกนะคราวนี้เดี๋ยวจะท
Send one, send them all.
ำเซตหนึ่งให้ดูแล้วกัน
For justice.
อันนี้จะเป็น
I'm here.
เป็นเซตธาตุไฟถ้าใช้หูเต๋าดาเมจจะออกมาเป็นอีกแบบหนึงนะ
This opportunity is quite hard to come by. Well then, amuse me. Surrender is a valid option. I promise I'll be gentle. Not bad, not bad. Guess I should take you more seriously.
ง่ายกว่าเยอะเลย
Life goes on.
เต็มกล่อง
I will have order!
All you do is run. You've got some skills.
ขอไปทานอาหารครับ สวัสดีครับ อันนี้จบก่อนก็ได้โอเคข้าวช้าบ่าย
Rise. 'Fire, fire, pants on fire.
อีซี่ดีเลย์หนักเลยเหรอ เดี๋ยวไหนไปดูนี่ดูเซตติ้งนี่ดูเซตติ้ง low latency น่าจะดีเลย์ประมาณ 30 วิได้นะถึงไหมหรือว่าดีเลย์1 นาทีเลยไว้เดี๋ยวไลฟ์คราวหน้าค่อยปรับให้ดีเลย์น้อยลงอีกสักนิดหนึ่งอลังการ
Hi there. since this was chosen so big, one of your rooms, here are your
เต่าแรง
keys.
จริง
You should go. Paimon's gonna. Let's buy one for.
ข้อดี
All
คือไม่
right.
ต้องรอ
If
ชาร์
you
จสอง
need
จังหวะ
anything,
แบบ
don't hesitate to just.
กันยูแบบกดแล้วไปเลย
Hey,
ทำดาเมจได้เร็วกว่า
let's go and see.
นะครับไปคุยกับท่านเทพนกกระเรียนใครเป็นนั้น
One trusts you have met Shen-He. So, are you getting along quite well?
เสียงเหมือนภาคแบบเอามือป้องปากอะ
Naturally.
ท่านผู้มีเกียรติ
Save
โปรด
for
ทราบ
Ganyu, who spends the
เสี
majority
ยง
of
กร
her
อบ
time
จัด
Cool.
ๆครับผมเจอกันครับ
Shen.
her adeptus
Uh.
on this ladder.
Oh, right. What? You knew already?
Do you mean? Ah, yes. One first inside was Shen-He, then aged around 6 years old.
That sounds so.
When one arrived, she had already that she was one dealt with
In other words, if you.
not necessary.
That's still so.
Alas, the mortal world is rife with suffering of every kind. Indeed. However, Mooncarver red ropes. It is only by fate that people's paths may cross.
Oh, now Paimon gets it.
Huh. You dare Ningguang once? If she handles it, let us conclude our
So, Shen-He isn't an.
ไปนะวันหนึ่งต้อง8 โมงเป็นต้นไป
Hey, so Shen-He.
Master has relayed my situation to you, I take it.
Oh, how did you know?
I'd intended to wait until you came back before going to sleep, but I didn't hear you come in. I was worried that something may have happened to you. So I went outside to check and caught sight of my master. On top of this, you have been acting very strangely around me this morning, causing me to suspect that my master must have told you everything about me. After all, Master is very talkative.
Sorry, Shen-He. Paimon had you down as an adeptus this whole time, but it turns out Paimon was wrong.
It's okay. I don't mind. The fault is mine for not explaining everything to you sooner. Still, for this, I am very...
To be fair, we've met our fair share of real adeptite. Anyway,
Got it.
great! But before, after all, Oh, and another thing. We bought some grilled chicken drumsticks on the way back last night. There was a place just outside. Here's one for you, Shen-He. Try it! They're so good.
I concur. It has a rich flavor, far more agreeable than those I've cooked for myself in the wilderness in the past.
Look! The Jade Chambers, but it seems...
That's because it's not finished.
Hey, Bywin! And hey, Beto! And hey, person Paimon doesn't know?
Given the enormous scale of the Jade Chamber, we split the construction work into 2 phases to make sure the structure remains balanced. Before we find some suitable plastrite, once the plastrite is ready, we place it into the keel. The remainder of the construction work is then carried...
Miss Bywin, we've brought some new materials to submit.
One moment. The construction work has only been able to progress this rapidly thanks to the plastrite provided by you. Lady Ningguang is most grateful and looks forward to seeing more of your work.
Wow, can't believe you sourced the plastrite so quickly. It's the key piece of the puzzle. Look,
Beto, you're joining the Jade Chamber contest too?
sure am. I happened to get my hands on a chunk of sunset vermilionite on a voyage a while back, so...
Huh. So even though it's rare...
Oh, I've got some introductions to do. This is the renowned Miss Yoon, or Yoonjin, probably the most famous figure in the Liyue opera scene.
Greetings.
These two are Paimon and the Traveler, both good buddies of mine. And this...
Shenhe. I am their... friend.
Good to meet you. A friend of a friend is my friend too. Or, as I like to say, a mate of a crewmate is part of the crew. Miss Yoon is also here for the contest. Turns out she needed to borrow a boat, so we came together.
It's an honor to finally meet you both. I've heard much about you. Miss Shenhe, though we are only meeting for the first time, I have a feeling that we will get along very well indeed. To be honest with you all, I am in great need of this opportunity to ask Lady Ningguang a question. That's why I joined the contest. Thanks to my father's connections, I was able to acquire a specimen of the plaustrite required. Fortunately, it was approved for submission, despite being a little on the diminutive side. Wow! So it looks like the three of us are competitors now! Excuse me for prying, Miss Shenhe, but are you competing as well?
No, I don't have any questions for Ningguang. I just wanted to help him win.
In that case, I have a proposal to make. Lady Ningguang said that the first 3 contestants to procure all 3 materials will be awarded the chance to ask a question. Well, there are 3 teams here. We can split the prize between us. Instead of competing against each other, we could work together to secure the top 3 places between us. What do you think? Sounds great. But how does it change things exactly?
I think I see where you're going with this, Miss Yoon. The plaustrite was the most difficult item to source by a long shot. Luckily, all 3 of us managed to get our hands on it. The 2 remaining items aren't quite so rare, so as long as one of us finds a way to source it, the other 2 can hop on the bandwagon. How'd I do? Is that what you had in mind?
Precisely.
Huh. Interesting approach.
Okay then. All right, I'll go first. I have some leads on these wonder cores. From what I've heard, the core itself is really not that difficult to make. The hard part is getting hold of the ore used as raw materials. I'm gonna head back to the ship and ask Suling if he's heard of them. You guys...
We will head into town and seek advice from Master Zhang of Han...
Wonderful. I'm gonna take off. See you later.
Okay, let's go! By the way, what question are you gonna ask Ningguang, Yunjin? I'm looking for a venue to host the performance of our new opera. Lady Ningguang has excellent judgment, so I would like to hear her opinion. Ooh, what's the opera called? Paimon wants to go see it. The opera is a labor of love by my father. He wrote it based on a popular urban legend about an evil spirit and an adeptus. It's called The Divine Damsel of Devastation. Excuse me, Master Zhang. We were wondering if you'd heard of something.
Of course I have.
My name is Yunjin. Perhaps you don't know me, but I believe that you forged some weaponry for my father in the past, for stage use.
Yunjin? Stage use? Oh, so you must be Miss Yoon. Sorry, my brain's finally caught up. It's not used to doing much beyond bashing a hammer all day. Everyone's heard of you, Miss Yoon, even folks who don't make it to the opera all that often. So, you're here to ask about wonder cores, huh? I said the types of ore needed to make wonder...
No, we were gonna ask you...
If I remember correctly, Lady Ning, it could take some work, but if you stick with it, of course, it's probably...
No Tianheng.
Interestingly enough, the story of the... I hear the view there is quite... Perhaps it can give me some... came to Mount Tianeng once with my father as a child. I remember it being such a long climb that I could barely feel my legs by the time we reached the top. This is quite a trip down memory lane for me. Look at these majestic, towering peaks and the gently flowing streams. It's like setting foot in paradise. No wonder the legend of the divine damsel of devastation is said to have taken place here. Adepti wander oft where mortals seldom stride. Indeed, this looks like a place that one might expect to be frequented by Adepti.
The Divine Damsel of Devastation is your upcoming opera, right? And the story takes place in Mount Tianheng. Huh. Seems like you have a real connection with this place. What's the story about, though?
It's the story of a girl becoming a hero.
Cool! A hero story? They're Paimon's favorite!
The legend first arose in this area. It is said that there used to be a prosperous village on the mountain. In that village, there was a loving couple who were completely devoted to one another. One day, a terrifying monster appeared. The wife was out collecting herbs and was captured by the monster. Her husband was so distraught at the news that it broke his spirit and drove him to madness. The vile and vicious monster told the villagers, "If you want to live, you must sacrifice a child to me."
What a nasty piece of work! Paimon sure hopes this monster gets put in its place!
But the monster was so terrible and so strong that all within the village were terrified of it. They had no choice but to give in to the monster's demand. Just while they were discussing whose child would be given over to the monster, a little girl suddenly stood up and came forward.
No! Don't do it, little girl!
อินจัด
Unbeknownst to anybody else, she was concealing an exorcist's blade. She approached the monster's lair, feigning fear and trepidation. When she finally arrived, she courageously drew her sword and entered into a fierce struggle with the monster, from which she eventually emerged as the victor. Her extraordinary abilities drew the attention of the Adepti, and they took her as one of their own. Her story became the stuff of legends. But alas, the paths of mortals and Adepti seldom cross, and she would never again re-enter the mortal world. And so, destined to grace the mortal realm for but a brief moment, she vanished like a wisp of smoke into thin air. That's how the opera ends.
I really like this story. But I personally think that perhaps the little girl was not as brave as the opera makes her out to be. I'm not sure she deserves all the praise she is given.
I've never considered that before. Opera is always an interpretation of the events it purports to portray. A certain degree of deviation from the truth is always inevitable. When my father wrote the script for this play, I suppose his intention was to inspire his audience with the character of the divine damsel.
I think it's a great story. The ideal story.
Well, it sure inspired Paimon! Let's go get ourselves some Star Splinter Iron! Yeah!
Quake! Gather!
เหมือนจะเจอแล้วเลยเหมือนจะเจอแล้วนี่ไงเจอแบบไม่ต้องหาแบบอยู่ดีๆก็มีออกมาโชว์ให้เห็นอันนี้จะอยู่แถวไหนในโซนแถวนี้มีที่ไหนน่าสงสัยหรือไม่ด้านนี้ไปเราอยู่บนที่สูง
This should be enough Star Splinter Iron. Now we just need to find that Symposium.
I think I saw a village on our way here. Master Zhang said we should ask the locals for help. Why don't we try there?
Hey, there really is someone here. Yunjin, looks like you were right. Excuse us, sir. Can we ask you something? Huh. He didn't seem to catch that.
Hello, sir. We were just passing by and wanted to ask if you happen to know anything about Sybrosium.
Is he trying to tell us to look for clues in the village? Well, whatever. Guess we're on our own here. Shenhua, Yunjin, let's have a look around.
Sorry, you can go ahead without me. I'd like to have a word with this gentleman. If that's okay with you, Uncle Mingjin.
It's...
Shenhe.
Oh,
Shenhe. You're alive. The rumors were true. So, all these years? I'm sorry, I don't know how to find Sybrosium. But I think you can find some information in the village. And this place is deserted now. No one ever comes here. So you can rummage around all you want.
Huh? You know this guy, Shenhua?
Thank you, kind sir. We'll go and take a look around. Don't worry. Mingjin has no ill intention towards Miss Shenhe. She'll be quite safe.
Okay, then let's see what we can find in this village.
สองคนนี้ก็มีความลับอะไรกันน่ะเขารู้จักกันแต่เขาอ้ำอึ่งตอนเราพูดอะไรไปเขาก็ไม่ตอบนะแต่เขาเป็นเฉินเหอพูดปุ๊บหายไปทันทีเลยอะไรกันครับนี่มันเป็นความลับระดับชาติ
The remains of a god, an abandoned village, Mount Tianheng. Does this mean that the true story of the divine damsel of devastation happened right here, in this village? The time frame certainly matches, so it seems we're in the right area. Let's keep looking around.
เหมือนว่าเรื่องที่เราขานกันมาตั้งแต่เมื่อกี้มันเคยเป็นเรื่องจริงมาก่อนมันเกิดขึ้นที่นี่สินะต้องสืบสักหน่อยแล้ว
What's this?
So, Shenhe is the divine damsel? Now that I think about it, she does behave rather like an adeptus, and she is about the right age. So that's why I've been getting the strangest feeling whenever I chat with her. I should have noticed it earlier. According to this text, the divine damsel from the opera was actually the daughter of the loving couple. And she didn't volunteer. She was sacrificed to the monster by her own father. Oh, the truth is even more lamentable than the opera. Now I understand why Shenhe said the girl was not as brave as people think. It wasn't her choice to enter that ghastly situation. She was forced into it. Oh, it looks like my father may need to make a few revisions to his beloved opera.
We've looked everywhere, but still no mention of Sabrosium.
ได้ความสำเร็จมาเฉยเลย
Let's have a look over there.
ไอ้มอนจะให้เราไปไหนประเด็นคนนี้แหละ
This is it! So basically, we need to go to the middle of the lake south of Mount Tianheng at dusk, and we'll find us some Sabrosium! Let's go back and tell Shenhe the news!
One year when I was back visiting, I heard a story about a white-haired adeptus from a merchant passing by. I never imagined it was you. I was a very close friend of your father's. I could have stopped him from performing the summoning ritual. I had plenty of chances, but I couldn't bring myself to stand up to him. I just let things happen, let it all escalate. Well, I bring flowers back here every year. And each time I wish I had a chance to apologize to you.
Apologize for what? If you'd stopped him, he'd only have found another way. There is nothing he wouldn't have done for his true love. Nothing.
Do you still...
I don't know what I feel. I'm told. So if you ask me how...
It must have been so tough.
Shenhe, we're back!
Oh, then I will leave you all in peace. I'll tell you more about the old...
Thanks, mister. We found some info in the end. Shenhe, look. This tells us how to find Sabrosium.
Let's go then.
Miss Shenhe, there's something I'd like to talk just now. In the village, we found your father's diary. It turns out that many of the details in the Divine Damsel of Devastation are not true to the facts. So I'd like to change them.
Why?
I know I say that opera always deviates from the truth, but now that the main character is standing right here in front of me, I cannot simply dismiss your lived experience in favor of my father's fiction.
It's okay. I like your version.
But,
My master once said that the day I learn how to use my strength for the good of others is the day that I can truly become part of human society. So, I hope that one day I might be brave enough to stand up and protect others, just like the girl in the opera. But I've never thought this way before, and I wonder whether I will continue to think in this way.
Don't worry. I believe you will. In fact, I think maybe you've already started to become the person you aspire to be. You just haven't had the opportunity to see it for yourself yet.
Shenhe! Yunjin! Cut the chit-chat! Let's go! We can't let someone else beat us to it!
ำไมเราจะต้องไปกลางน้ำตรงนั้นด้วยจะต้องมีกายกรรมบางอย่างเกิดขึ้นอย่างแน่นอนบอกให้รอให้ถึง5:30แล้วก็ไหนลองวางแบบเป๊ะๆเลย5:30ครับ
Where do you want?
โอ้นั่นมันที่เราเห็นตรงนั้นคือเซียวหรือเปล่าจาก common sense บอกว่าต้องไปถามเซียวนะและเซียวก็จะบอกเราว่าแร่นั้นอยู่ที่ไหนเนี่ยซึ่ง
What brings you here? Have they found a solution to the danger in the sea? Ningguang didn't tell. Something has happened in Guyan Stone Forest.
คือผม
According
เห็น
to the
ละ
contract,
อยู่ตรงนี้
as an adeptus, I should not get it. But these things can be unpredictable. Only a single mountain lies between here. If things get out of control, I will.
เจียวบอกว่าจะมีเหตุร้ายเกิดขึ้นเดี๋ยวนี้ก็เลยมายืนเฝ้าหรือว่าจะมีอะไรเกิดขึ้นฉันจะช่วยจัดการนี่เอง ส่วนเราเนี่ยเหรอนี่ไงของที่เราอยากได้ตรงนี้นี่เอง
That's everything we need! Let's head back and report in!
หาแบบไม่ต้องหา
I was curious if Beto's made any
เดินไป
progress.
หาเซียวแล้วกลับหลังหันเจอเลยอะไรกันครับเนี่ยนี่สินะที่เขาเรียกว่า common sense
Oh, goodness.
So, are they okay?
This is some top quality ore you found. I think I'll get a good end product out of these. Guess now it's my time to shine.
Hey everyone, how's the A-team doing? I ran into a bit of a brick wall on my end. Suling's never seen a Wonder Core before, and so...
Leave the Wonder Cores to me. I'll work on it, don't worry.
Much obliged, Master Zhang. We should look into the Adepti sigils next. But where should we find items relating to the Adept?
I'll sort that out.
Oh? You got...
Yes. When we first met, I told... In fact, I came specifically... Master also said she hoped that Maybe it won't work for me to stay here after...
Without knowing the ins and outs of your... Now that our paths have...
Thank you. So, Master Zhang...
Fine by me. I'm actually...
Whew. The sigils are ready. Though...
I've finished forging the things you asked for, too.
Great! Let's go submit them before someone else gets...
โอ้แล้วได้อะไรมาแล้วเนี่ยเอาไปที่นี่
What should I try this time?
Ningguang's little secretary! We found all the materials!
Oh, all three of you, the Wonder Cores and... I hereby
What? It's over already? I haven't even...
So close, but so far.
I'd like to invite our three winners to please proceed to the...
Huh? Where's Beto?
Captain Beto has some business to attend to. She will join later. Please...
All right then. Guess we'll head on up. This has been a...
ได้ความสำเร็จเพิ่มอีกแล้ว
Combine the Adepti sigils with the Wonder Cores and insert them into the Jade Chamber's control compartment. The construction of the new Jade Chamber is now officially complete. Once the tethers are released, it will soar into the sky. Thank you all for your work. Now it is time for me to fulfill my promise.
Yeah!
Miss Yun, I've already heard something about the reason for your involvement. You are looking for a venue for your new opera, aren't you?
That's right. Lady Ningguang, I would like to hear your opinion.
The unveiling of Miss Yun's grand new opera surely requires a venue of equal grandeur. So what would you say if I proposed that we stage your first performance right here, in the newly built Jade Chamber? The Jade Chamber offers a splendid panoramic view of the mountains and the bustling city. It is fitting for the finest performance to be hosted in the heavens. I can think of no better stage for you than here, Miss Yun.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang. Then I will prepare my props and other articles shortly. Please allow me to bring all these aboard the Jade Chamber.
You're quite welcome. It's truly what a good opera deserves.
Oh, a traveler, Shenhe, Paimon, I'll be leaving now. Do come and see my play when the time comes.
You're next. What is your question? I should clarify. I do not know your sister's whereabouts. Please, don't waste your question on this matter.
Wow, you're a mind reader, Ningguang. Oh well, guess Paimon will ask a question then.
Managing a successful business is not as simple as you might think. Capital, connections, sensitivity to the trends, and instinct for what is a good opportunity. All of these traits are crucial. If you want to know how to make money, I will honor our agreement and give you an answer. But that is not to say that it will work for you.
Wow, Paimon hadn't even asked the question yet.
Your question was written all over your face. Now look, you helped me rebuild the Jade Chamber, and I intend to repay you handsomely for it. So I promise you that should you one day require financial assistance, you may seek employment here. I will pay you at the highest rate of remuneration.
Oh, great! So next time we run out of Moro, we just need to come to Ningguang? No more questions from us. Shenhe, you got a question?
Me?
Yes, this is a group effort.
Thank you. But I don't have anything to ask.
Are you sure? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'd urge you not to squander it.
Yeah, just don't waste it. Hold on a second. Paimon can probably think of another one.
Lady Ningguang, do you think I can ever fit in Liyue Harbor?
Now that is an interesting question. Liyue Harbor is very inclusive. As long as you respect the rules here, you will not be turned away. So, the key is whether or not you yourself can develop a sense of belonging in Liyue Harbor.
Huh. A sense of belonging?
Yes. To become fond of a place, to feel part of it, it always requires a reason. Perhaps someone you've met, or something you've experienced here. Or perhaps you enjoy the atmosphere of Liyue, and you will become accustomed to it. In short, everyone needs a reason to stay. I hope you can find yours soon.
I see.
Hey, what's going on? I just went to see the fleet. I'm a little later than expected.
Come on, Beidou! It's your turn! Do you have a question for Ningguang?
Me? Nah, I ain't got any questions. She forced me to help out, so I figured I may as well get involved with the contest. Ningguang, don't forget what we talked about. It's not gonna be easy to deal with. I don't think my fleet can take it on their own.
Don't worry. I have made preparations. The wound dressings are ready, and the Millilith have set up an ambush.
Glad to hear it. Watch your back. Stay alert.
Beidou? Ningguang? What are you talking about?
You'll see when the Jade Chamber ascends. However, it's not the most pleasant topic of conversation. Maybe it's better that you don't know. When I first set foot in the Jade Chamber, I stood at the edge of the platform and looked down upon Liyue Harbor far below. At that time, I dreamed that one day the Jade Chamber's shadow would be seen in all 7 nations of Teyvat. My wish has not changed to this very day. However, it is not only out of consideration for myself that I have built the Jade Chamber anew at this time. I hope the Jade Chamber will always float in the skies above Liyue Harbor, bearing witness to the prosperity and peace of the human world. And I hope that you can all witness it with me. Let the Ascension ceremony commence! Right on cue. The Avenger of the Vortex, Baish.
Who is that?
Osial's wife. Final follower of the Overlord of the Vortex.
Sounds like you knew this was coming!
Monster ตัวเมีย
Beidou sensed something was stirring in the deep. She warned me months ago. Knowing she harbors hatred toward the Jade Chamber, I chose to rebuild it now as a way of drawing her out.
Got it! Well, let's go fetch the Adepti!
No.
Huh?
In this human age, the people of Liyue must find a way to overcome this crisis on our strength alone!
All hands! Tsunami incoming!
What's that? Wait! A giant wave!
You are a cursed child. Your life brings nothing but disaster to us all. At least if you die, I can bring her back.
The day you learn how to use your strength for the good of others is the day that you can truly become part of human society.
โดดลงไปในน้ำวนแล้ว
What are you doing here?
We can't let you be the only one taking this risk!
ตอนนี้เนี่ยนะ
I hardly see this as a great risk. The people of Liyue Harbor are well prepared, and she is already badly injured. Only sheer willpower is keeping her alive. I may be nearing the end of my stamina, but in a fight to the death, I think I have the upper hand.
We'll help too!
เอ้ยโผล่มาสองตัวกระดองว่า
Gather!
เดี๋ยวสอง
Manifest!
มาเลย
Gather!
นั่นไง
This is order!
Cross over! Huh? Nice.
Stabilize! Gather!
My will embodied!
Stabilize!
Take your true form!
Life goes on. Go! See?
ยังไม่จบ
Stabilize!
นี้เหมือนจะโดนจริงๆโดนเรียบร้อยครับ
She's getting away! Shouldn't we go after her?
This place is unstable.
กล่องอะไร
It
ดอ
is
กแดง
too
เลย
risky to continue pursuing her. I'm just a little exhausted. Otherwise, fine. I wanted to deal with it myself. I didn't expect you to follow me. Don't worry. She's not coming back anytime soon. After an injury like that, she'll likely seek refuge somewhere else.
How did things go underwater?
It's been dealt with. She was injured before entering the water. It didn't take too much effort to finish the job.
Good. So the crisis...
Lady Ningguang, the fleet reports that the sea monster has left Guyon's...
Thank you.
Thanks to the medical... Of course, we owe huge thanks to... on behalf of the entire
Great. Then next time I watch Miss Yun, I wasn't trying to be a hero.
Let the soldiers...
Yes, ma'am.
You've been monitoring us for some time now. I trust you've reached a conclusion.
You wish to hear one's opinion. Well, things would have hardly gone so smoothly had it not been for Shen.
That I do not deny. However, final victory was always going to be ours, even had things been a little more arduous. If it came to it, I could always destroy another jade chamber.
One has observed your adaptation of the Guizhong ballista, and find oneself compelled to admit that you have evidenced some degree of novel thinking. You have learned from past failures and prepared for this crisis in advance. This is considerable progress compared to the last time. Hence, on balance, one finds your performance during this trial satisfactory enough. But there will no doubt be further trials to come in the future. Do not suppose that one will not continue observing you here.
While the position of Tianquan remains mine, I will always ensure Liyue's safety.
Shenhe, one saw you secretly venture out from the mountains a few years ago, and noticed the air of dejection in which you returned. Hopefully this trip to Liyue Harbor has been a different experience.
Yes. I can't explain it, but I feel happier than I expected.
Good. Traveler, please take good care of Shenhe. She is a dear child. In fact, one has many fond memories of Shenhe's childhood that she may be interested to hear about.
There'll be no need for that.
Oh. They are all like this. Fine. Since you care not to listen, one shan't be telling you. One shall be going homeward now.
Please, have a good rest. Come to the Jade Chamber when you have recovered your energy. We must celebrate both the completion of the Jade Chamber and the fact that Liyue has weathered another crisis.
เจดแชมเบอร์อุ้ยเทเลพอร์ตได้แล้วสุดยอด
Wow! Eric, it's Paimon's first time with
All of you here are my those who don't
Have you heard? Miss Yun? Sure have. I hear she's going to perform the divine dam.
Hey! Look! Miss Yun is...
เอาแล้วโชว์แล้วครับแตรงแตรง
神女披冠到这里本该接近尾声，但今日我再添一笔，唱与诸位听。知道为敌人不是，自有知音多情思。功名烈烈见了情，只知无愁心。爱情。 茫茫天地无依靠，孤身离去。今日再会，新朋旧友坐满堂，共聚此时。
What did you think? Personally, I thought I sang rather well. It was beautiful. Paimon wants to learn too.
It was wonderful. Also, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks to you, the Divine Damsel of Devastation is a more nuanced tale than ever. The play has an ending, but life goes on. I believe you will find a way to fit in Liyue Harbor.
Thank you. I think I found the opportunity I needed to change.
Ms. Yun, here you are. Great to see you. Huh? Hey, this young lady with the white hair looks like some kind of VIP. Yeah, that's it, like an Adeptus. Wait, you're the girl from the opera, aren't you? The Divine Damsel herself. And look who else we have here, the illustrious traveler. Well, I'll be. This was definitely worth showing up for. Let me pull up a chair, all right. We'll all have a friendly chat, get better acquainted.
Alternatively, you could leave us alone. That is, if you'd prefer to finish your drink via the orifice of your own choice.
Uh-oh, this feels all too familiar. Shenhe's back to her old self again.
Hey, what are you doing?
Calm down, Shenhe. Calm down.
นึกว่าจะมีไฟเกิดขึ้นซะแล้ว มีคนเดินมาเมาแล้วก็เกิดปากเสียงกันเกิดขึ้นเมื่อกี้นะครับผมมีการหน้าค้อนใส่กันนิดหน่อย อะไรตอนนี้เควสเราเสร็จเรียบร้อยแล้วชมวิวจากบนนี้ก็สวยไม่เลวเลยนะเนี่ยอยากจะเดินเล่นสักหน่อยเข้าได้ปะอุ้ยเข้าได้ด้วยโอ้โอ้ไม่ธรรมดาพอเห็นเก้าอี้นี้แล้วก็อดนึกไม่ได้ว่านั่งได้ปะเนี่ยนั่งได้จริงๆแล้วผมเป็นประธานบริษัทครับโอ้ตรงนี้นี่มันช่างเหมาะกับจงหลีจริงๆเหมาะมากเนี่ยโทนสีเดียวกันเลยแล้วก็คนนี้เป็นเลขานะครับจริงๆแล้วเขามาเฝ้าว่าเมื่อไหร่เราจะลุกออกจากเก้าอี้นี้สักทีอะไรแบบนั้นใช่แน่ๆนี่คือแล้วนี่ก็คือเรื่องราวของการทำเจดชิมเบอร์ขึ้นมาใหม่นะครับผมวันนี้เราก็ได้ประจนภัยกันมาพอสมควรนะก็ขอส่งท้ายในช่วงนี้กับวิวสวยๆในมุมมองของประธานบริษัทละกันนี่เรามองออกไปเราจะเจอแบบนี้เดี๋ยวนะแต่ผมว่ามุมนี้เท่กว่านี่จบไลฟ์แบบนี้เลยแล้วกันเจอกันในไลฟ์สดคราวหน้านะครับผมโชคดีครับ